year, this summer, had to be one of the best, if not the best, summer internship program that we've had here at Greenburgh Town Hall for several reasons. We had several partners in our success this year, including co-coordinator of the program, Paul Feiner, our town supervisor,
You can
and
hold your applause.
coordinator, and another co-coordinator of the program along with us. Two others, our town attorney, Tim Lewis, and our cable department, George Malone, Janelle Wallace, all of whom were critically important to ensuring the success of this program, in addition to our philanthropy department, as represented by Winston Gordon sitting here in the audience. The support of our town council members, Kevin Morgan, Ken Jones, Francis Sheehan, Diana Jutner, who are not here with us today, as well as several department heads who accepted interns into their departments. Again, our town attorney, Tim Lewis, and our town assessor, Edie McCarthy, along with myself, Judy Beville, town clerk, with significant input from Garrett Duquesne, Commissioner, Department of Community Development and Conservation, who helped define for our students, our interns, and identify sources of energy conservation. Other partners included the Greenburgh Nature Center staff, Arts Westchester staff, and several residents from the town of Greenburgh who heard about this program and came forward and said, I'd like to be a guest speaker. Several who served as consultants to our interns, including special guests, New York State Senator Andrea Stewart Cousins and New York State Assemblyman Tom Abenanti, who both, upon visiting the interns, emphasized the importance, benefits, and value of internship experiences. This year, the 7th year of our Greenburgh Town Hall summer internship program, we had 17 interns. We broke them up into 3 large groups. One group focused on sustainable energy, another group focused on concert promotions, with the subtitle, Community Outreach. Their public service announcements and their media releases were designed to help increase local residents' involvement in local government through 2 community-based venues. The Westchester Greenhouse Farmers Market, which also represents a partnership with the town of Greenburgh, and our East Hartsdale Avenue Summer Music Series that has been growing and growing and growing over the past 7 or 8 years. Another group focused on success stories. Paul thought it would be a great idea to interview, to invite residents from throughout the town of Greenburgh, representing the umbrella villages, incorporated as well as unincorporated Greenburgh, people who graduated from our Greenburgh schools, to come forward and be interviewed as success stories. And what our interns learned, among many other important points of information about what constitutes success, so that you don't have to be a millionaire, billionaire, zillionaire. You don't have to be a corporate CEO to be considered a success story. Basically, success is setting goals, working through the obstacles and whatever it takes to achieve those goals. And you'll hear that from the interns. A fourth group, then we had 3 independent groups, so to speak. One represented by Elizabeth is not here right now, but she is a entering senior in September at SUNY Albany, and she decided to focus on how to prepare her peers to think outside of the box when it comes time to job hunt, and they may not be able to immediately find a job in their areas of study. So how do you think outside of the box and create employment opportunities for yourself? Another young man worked with our town assessor. He's not here right now either. And we have a team of 2 who are entering seniors, and they decided to focus on preparing their peers for the college experience, and you'll hear more from them. So without further ado, Janelle is going to facilitate their presentations through operating the video, and the interns are going to come forward and present. The first group we will hear from will be the group that focused on the concert promotions, community outreach. Gentlemen, please come forward. Introduce yourselves before you begin.
I'm Hassan Glover.
I'm Matt Goldstein.
I'm Aaron Campbell.
And I'm Julian Epps.
So our project was based on just promoting the farmers market and promoting the concert series. And really it just helps us learn about the entire community as a whole. You know, who makes up what part of the community. And it just really helps us with public relations.
Okay, so what do we do? Every Saturday for the last couple of weeks that we've been in this program, there is a farmer's market at the Desante Plaza in Hartsdale. And on that Saturday, there are musical artists who perform all types of music. It can vary from, I don't know, blues, jazz, R&B, classic rock, anything really. And our job is to reach out to the performers, get their information, and create the promotional pieces that we work on every day.
What our goals is for the high schoolers, which is me and Julian right now. Our goal was to, get our work done and, demonstrate to the whole people that we are mature enough to make this happen so we can let other people perform at the farmers market so they can enjoy it, and we want other people to enjoy it as well.
Our goal as college students, we wanted to better ourselves in the field of communications and get an understanding of what goes on and what needs to be done in order to have a successful concert, if you will.
Just overall, we're about to get into the real world after we graduate. So we just want to take the time to prep. How do we work with people? How do we present ourselves? And this internship was really a great opportunity to do that.
Promoting the Hartsdale Concert Series, which is our additional goals. But we want to promote because we want to how I say this. We promote Hartsdale Farmers Market to to other people who want to reach out to them, as usual what Julian said, by the way. We wanted to reach out to the people that are performing. We get to like know how long have they been doing it. Whoever's performing, we'll see them there, and we'll just get them happy.
And the next two really tie into everyday life, because to develop a good work ethic, you obviously need that in your life, no matter what. Whether it's school, or your job, or an internship like this, you always need to have a good work ethic. And time management, this is a really interesting piece, because before this program, I think a lot of us were kind of procrastinators. Yeah. So procrastination is definitely something that a lot of people need to work on, and this definitely helped us to get that in check.
When we get into taking the initiative, first you need to have the group, and you need to make sure that everyone is focused. So everyone here, I am proud to say, at least have one point where they would help everyone get back on track and just say, let's get this done, then we can do whatever it was we were doing, but let's get this done first, and let's get it done right. And
Right
everyone in
now.
this group was able to do it, so.
That's great.
Why promotion? Well, the reason why we promote, and this is in my words right now, is because we want other people to show the world who are you. Like, we want to like show the people that you're special and stuff. So like for Matt Goldstein, he performed last time, and he actually wanted to show himself off and show the people that he's not afraid to perform.
Ironically, I still wear sunglasses when I perform, so. And we need to tie this into, how can we use music to promote energy? Like, do we do a PSA talking about, turn off your amplifiers when they're not in use? Well, we decided to focus on an energy conservation rock group known as Solar Punch that is founded by a physicist named Al Bigelow of Columbia University.
All right, so the group does promote solar energy as a clean alternative energy source, and they incorporate it into their music. So I guess making it like more appealing to the masses, I guess. So it really gets the message out of not having a negative effect on the universe, and just using just the right amount of energy, reserve energy to use for other things that may be important. And they've been performing at the farmers market for a while, and they've been performing on many occasions, and they're really helpful to society, I would think, because they are able to get the message out that energy should be used carefully and not to be like.
So basically, the amplifier, the sound system is using solar energy?
Right, yeah, right. And it's just like, and that also with the message of.
I guess it does make the songs a lot brighter and sunnier, so.
And Hassan, could you read that last statement? See? Oh, okay.
There's songs about solar science help engage the public and encourage people to apply their individual skills to solving environmental problems. So I guess their focus is to help people understand why energy conservation is important, and to always save as much energy as you possibly can.
Great. That was excellent.
Oh, and here are some scenes from, well, that's okay for now. I thought you showed some of the pictures from success stories. Nisha, Samari, Tanaya.
Okay, so I'm Denaya. I'm Samori. I'm Tanisha. So the project that we worked on is called Success Story. Our mission was to reach out and contact leaders who are graduates from the Greenburgh School District that are considered a major successor to highlight. We then interviewed several people who have attained major and significant achievements in life. We have had many phenomenal people stop by and educate us on their experience. So I'm just gonna, we have a list of people that we interviewed and brought in, and I'm gonna tell you about the experience. So we had the opportunity to meet artist and sculptress Vinnie Bagwell. In our interview, she informed us about her journey from high school to college and into her career. She was born in Yonkers, New York, and is a graduate from Morgan State University. She developed a passion for painting at an early age and has a remarkable gift for drawing. Vinnie began sculpting in 1993, which she continues to do still to this day. She is currently leading the development of this enslaved African rain garden, a $1.5 million public artwork. This artwork will honor the first enslaved Africans to be manumitted by law in the United States.
She was a graduate of Woodlands.
Yes, she is a graduate.
Say it.
Vinnie Bagwell was also a graduate of Woodlands High School here in Greenburgh, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We also had Lori Bordonarell and Jim Shipley come in. July 15th, we had a chance to sit and talk with Lori Bordonarell, news reporter, and her cameraman, Jim Shipley. In our interview, Ms. Bordonarell educated us about her life journey and experiences that affected her career choices. She graduated from college undecided on what she wanted to do. She got involved with radio and broadcasting. From that experience, she knew she wanted to be a journalist. She is now a reporter for Channel 4 News. She is a prosperous and resourceful woman who impacts the world by providing information for the community about everyday situations.
During our experience with success stories, we interviewed Miss.
Just pull the mic.
During our experience with the interviews and success stories, we interviewed Miss Judith DeVille's sister, Lynn DeVille, and she talked about her college experience and how she became a social worker and an active writer on the side. And she experienced a lot of obstacles, and that didn't stop her from achieving her goal. Miss Will got her idea to be a social worker from her mother. Her mother was an active foster mother who cared for a lot of kids while attending the Greenburgh School District. Miss Will already knew that she wanted what she wanted to be. She attended Clark University and began her life. We also interviewed Tom Abernathy. Tom is an American politician, lawyer, and a member of New York State Assembly from Greenburgh, New York. He was born in Brooklyn and he graduated from Greenburgh High School in 1964. He received a BA degree in political science from Fordham College in 1968 and a JD from New York University School of Law in 1972. He moved to Westchester in 1975 and lived in Greenburgh ever since. We also interviewed Erwin Beach Hollander. He was a native New Yorker who was born in the city of White Plains. He is a reverend at Union Baptist Church of White Plains. He was licensed and ordained through the Union Temple Inspirational Baptist Church and under the leadership and membership of late Reverend Charles Chan Jr. He was raised and attended school in Fairview, Greenburgh, and graduated from Woodlands High School.
July 22nd, we had a special opportunity to meet and interview town attorney of Greenburgh, Tim Lewis. Mr. Lewis was raised in the South Bronx, New York. During our interview with Mr. Lewis, he has told us about his life growing up. He told us about his life experience with him being an attorney. He shared the positive and negative journey he went through, which made him successful. The advice Mr. Lewis gave us really inspired me to work hard for what I like to be when I become older. Mr. Lewis graduated from Herbert Wyndham High School. Mr. Lewis was influenced by a guy who came to his school that then triggered him to follow his dreams of being an attorney. He then went to Fordham University and then transferred to Georgetown Law School. Mr. Lewis first started at the VA office for a while, and now he is here at the Greenburgh Town Hall working as a town attorney. We also had a chance to meet with the amazing Andrea Stewart Cousins. She is a New York State Senator for the 35th District. Prior to being elected to the New York State Senate, she was a Westchester County legislator. She was the first African-American woman county legislator from Yonkers. Senator Stewart Cousins resides in Yonkers, was married to the late Thomas Cousins, and has 3 children and 2 grandchildren. Stewart Cousins was born and raised in New York. At the very beginning of her public service in government, she was the first African-American to serve as the Director of Community Affairs in the city of Yonkers. Overall, it has been a great journey working with my wonderful peers. I felt like we were working really good together as a team. The task went really well, and we got what we needed done. Our project was time limited. We had many successful people coming to our office for an interview. They were really great people.
Thank you to the Greenburgh Town Hall and Youth for Love.
Thank you. What a surprise there at the end, ladies. Okay. Nina's the new black.
Hi, my name is Kayla.
I'm Emma.
I'm Isabel. I'm Diamond.
I'm Adam.
I'm Jayha, and we are the Green is the New Black team. So for our summer internship project, our mission was to create opportunities to explore jobs for the future in the energy world. Also, as our project unfolded, we took on the focus of sustainability. And sustainability is creating and maintaining our natural environment. It is to make sure that we have enough resources for now and in the future. So before we start talking about what we did during the summer, I will define what energy is. Energy is the power to do work. Energy powers our bodies, vehicles, lights, anything, so it is very important. There are 2 types of energy, non-renewable and renewable. Non-renewable is also known as fossil fuels. It is oil, coal, and natural gas, and they are finite resources, which means that once they're used up. There is also renewable energy, which is constantly replenished. Examples of renewable energy are solar, wind, and biomass. So entering into the field of energy is a great idea because it's really important for us to find new ways to create energy since fossil fuels are depleting, and it is a very rewarding and important field.
So the first step in our project was to create public service announcements. We began by compiling research about the different types of renewable and non-renewable energy. Our first PSA began with defining the differences between non-renewable and renewable. And then we kept going and we kept making PSAs about the specific types of renewable energy. So the purpose of our public service announcements was to inform the public. We tried making the videos short, about 30 seconds long, and make them concise and informative, but very easy to understand.
We also recorded several interviews with experts in the sustainable energy field throughout our project, and we recorded these interviews so that we could share the expertise they provided us with the public. When we were making the PSAs, we learned a lot of new skills, such as script writing and video editing.
So, like Emma said, we had the pleasure of interviewing many great people. We interviewed Jean Hammerman. She is the Director of Business Development and Sustainability for her own business called EnviroCare. We also spent a lot of time with Brady Cohen, who is an educator of composting and sustainability at the Greenburgh Nature Center. We interviewed Garrett Duquesne, who works here at Town Hall, Wendy Elliott, and Danny Glasser, who is the CEO and founder of Green Team Spirit.
So if you're seriously considering getting into the environmental field, these are steps to get started. First, you attend a university or college that offers an environmental studies program, and a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of colleges and universities don't have environmental studies programs, so you would have to seek out a few, and here at UConn, which is the State University of New York, it's the College of Environmental Science and Forestry, Cornell University's Department of Natural Resources, and Arizona State University School of Sustainability. So then you would find a major suited to your interests. There are many different majors that you can go into. Environmental studies is just one, and it's a broad overview of the whole field. So that's just the combination of natural sciences, engineering, social sciences, and humanities to study the effect of human activities on the biosphere of the Earth. And what these majors would do, they would assess environmental problems understand their difficulties, and work towards solutions. What we did, we focused on sustainability. So there's a major called Natural Resources Management and Policy, which is basically sustainability, and that's the study of techniques for the use and orderly replacement of Earth's resources for the benefit of humanity. And there are other subcategories such as marine biology, oceanography, ecology, forestry that you can go into, and these are just different subsections dealing with maybe animals, maybe plants, that you, whichever you find your interest in, like there's a major for it. And also you can look for internships dealing with the environment and sustainability, such as the one we have here at Green's New Black Asset Town Hall.
So, as a group, we decided to broaden the scope of our research and really try to see what on the national level is the best alternative to replacing carbon-emitting fossil fuels such as coal and natural gas as the leading source of energy in the United States. And we came up with wind because wind energy not only has tremendous environmental potential, but it also has a great economic potential, which then gives the industry the chance to grow and kind of blossom throughout the country. So already the wind industry supports over 50,000 jobs in 43 states. It attracts billions of dollars in private investment each year, and we already in this country have the generating capacity to power 15.5 million homes, and 2 states, South Dakota and Iowa, already use wind for 25% of their electricity needs. So already in this country, we are off to a good start with wind. And it appears that the government also has a similar assessment on wind at both the state and federal levels. Just last week, Governor Cuomo announced $250 million will now be made available for clean energy projects. So this includes hydropower, biofuels, fuel cells as well, but a large sum of this will be appropriated to developing new wind farms in the state of New York. And on the federal level, the Department of Energy, in their upcoming Wind Vision report, estimates that by 2050, wind power will account for the majority of the electricity in the United States. And by meeting this goal, wind energy will really have taken a major role in creating a more sustainable society.
Fracking. Well, fracking is the process of extracting natural gas from shale. It is counted as a non-renewable resource, and it is a very debatable topic nationally in America. And is especially debatable in New York. I came across this article online about these two people who are actual experts in the field of, environmental studies, and one side, of course, was anti-fracking, the other side was pro-fracking. The pro-fracking side was associated with this man named John Hollock, I think that's how you pronounce the name, and the anti-fracking side was associated with this woman named Sarah Steiningap. I cannot pronounce her last name, but it's Sarah pointed out the reason why fracking is bad is not only environmental-wise, because environmental-wise, she concluded that we as people wouldn't know what to do with the wastewater. The wastewater will eventually go somewhere, and this probably will end up into our milk supply, and we are a pro-dairy state, such as New York, which is a pro-dairy state. And John defended his point because he is part of the gas industry. He is actually one of the directors of associations of gas industry. He pointed out that although that is not true, that's a little exaggerated. He basically explained, he said that I am part of the gas industry, basically, he was saying, and in technical-wise, we know what to do because we have the proper techniques and we can handle the responsibility of fracking. So he basically said fracking can open gateways to new jobs. And the interesting about this was that Sarah, and the reason why I bring up this debate is because this is not just, people who are like, oh, I do not want to do fracking. It's people who actually have expertise and experience and are actually in the field who can actually explain really very well what the outcome is for doing this. Even though there are gateways, Sarah did defend her point, also saying that although there are gateways, these jobs are very fatal. This job will experience many casualties for the people who want to work in there, because you are dealing with a lot of explosives, a lot of solutions, and you may very well miss a body part. So she basically said, I don't think anybody really wants to deal with that, even if we do have jobs. She also pointed out something very interesting that I was completely unaware of. Silcia dust, which is a solution that you use in order to break the shale for the drilling of the fracking. Dust in general is kind of bad for your lungs, so this solution that's all chemical will definitely, predominantly, leave you with two main, health problems, scoliosis and lung cancer. And I do not think that anybody wants those two things. So, fracking could, personally, I believe that fracking could help America, but I also feel like if the outcome is people getting injured and it's only for profit and nobody really knows for sure if all those things are going to happen. But I'm very neutral at this point, but I do believe that fracking has its pros and its cons, and so I brought it up.
So on a more local level, we discovered through our research that a lot of businesses and people in Greenburgh are already participating in sustainable practices. We found a bunch of businesses in Greenburgh that have various ways of using sustainable energy, such as green roofs or solar panels. And these are just some of the businesses we found that have these practices.
We have a Facebook page. It's called Musically Black-Greenburgh, and here you can look up more information about what we've done over the summer as our part of the internship. So if you're interested, you can read more about our interviews, or if you want to find out information about solar energy, sustainability, wind energy, it's all on the Facebook page. So go like that. Yay!
Oh, wow. Wow. That was awesome. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Janelle will be right back.
So once again, on the line.
I'm Brianna. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi. Hope everyone's doing good.
So for the last 2 summers, we have worked on our own show called Hometown Highlights that highlights the youth excellence or achievements of the community.
And also, it does highlight, whatever is going on in our community and along with the rest of the world from a teenager's perspective. Yeah. That's basically what Hometown Highlights is. We research topics, contact all of our guests, and even script and edit our own episodes. We also do off-camera interviews to get a more personalized opinion on our guests and the people that we interview. So.
This summer, we focused mainly on college preparation and canvassing. We also addressed the dangers and pitfalls that occur in college campuses. We had the wonderful chance of interviewing, Barbara White, Ed Murray, and Dennis Richmond.
This summer, I probably, compared to last summer, I would say this was a really
Productive summer for our show and, Hometown Highlights. We learned the importance of networking and, keeping up and following up with the people that we interviewed. We also learned the importance of time management. That was definitely a big issue. And we were able to receive the hands-on experience of journalism, which is a field that the both of us would love to go into, here at Town Hall. So it was a wonderful experience.
So we made a video of kind of like highlights and bloopers over the last 2 years that we've kind of
put together.
Yeah,
because everything deserves, we are definitely very serious about what we do and, very serious about the people that we interview and the guests that we have on our show. So we figured, why not give, a fun, happy highlight of the other things that happen on the show. So, hope you enjoy.
Hello, and welcome to this episode of Hometown Highlights. I'm Alon Cameron.
And I'm Brianna Brazil.
Today we're here with Dennis Richmond Jr., a college mentor and student based in West Texas.
It's not done without my co-chair, my Andy President, my right-hand man, person on the way.
This was last summer.
They are here with us today to share their insight on college preparation and campus. First off, welcome guys. Thank you for being here and thank you for being on the show. If you want, you can tell us a little more about the college year.
Again, there really isn't a magic formula. Just remember, it's 36 months. That's really what it is. 36 months. Over before you know it. So it's okay to enjoy that. Maybe what you do is you set your schedule up. If you know that you're a person that's very social, then it'd be wise to set up 8 o'clock in the morning class. One of my first semester, I actually set up classes where I was off Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Another year, I set up classes where I didn't have any morning class. Let's not act like you're not going to social. I think you are. So. People in college have more money than you, and people in college have less money than you. So my number one tip definitely is
don't try and keep up with the Joneses because it will never work. Trust me. Second, I would say know your surroundings. And third, which is also just as important as 1 and 2, is don't be scared to expand your horizon. Broaden your horizon. You will take classes that will teach you things. Just because you have one religion doesn't mean that everyone you meet will have the same. Just because you have one certain orientation doesn't mean that everyone you meet will have the same. Be open to new ideas. And lastly, again, have fun. College is meant to be fun and to be academic. And you have to learn how to balance both.
And that's the end of our bloopers.
Thank you, guys.
No. Oh.
Bullets that you learned because you interviewed the college students here too. So as you're going into your senior years in high school, what are you going to tell your peers about maybe the 3 most important steps they have to take in preparing for college?
Well, first of all, let me just say thank you to all of you guys that we interviewed. That was really, really helpful. And from everyone that we interviewed, we kind of got a sense of to know your surroundings and to be aware of what's going on around you.
And we also learned I found a lot of people said that you should definitely be aware of your surroundings and aware of the people that you associate yourself with, keep your friends close and enemies closer.
Sounds political.
We also learned about time management and money management.
What else did we learn? We also learned...
That's a smile.
Oh yes, contacting adults, the importance of, keeping a very professional level of, friendship or relationship with your professors, because that type of bond is really important when it comes to, grades and studying, and especially if you really just don't understand what's going on in the class at all, it's important to have that type of relationship. So.
And what about balancing the academic life with just social life?
Yeah, that is definitely a big topic that came up with in a lot of our interviews, because balancing social life and academic life can be really challenging. But you have to find that.
Which one takes precedence?
I'm sorry?
Which one should be considered priority?
Definitely academic. Definitely academic.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Well, obviously, thank you all. Interns, you all did an awesome and tremendous job this summer. There are just a couple of unique aspects to each group, and we just did not know how the groups are going to fall together, because parents and interns would just contact Paul and myself and say, we want to be an intern at Greenburgh Town Hall, so we really weren't sure how we're going to put groups together. And I just think that things fell together miraculously. For example, the group first group of 4 gentlemen, we could not have come up with a better configuration. 2 of them are entering college sophomores, and 2 are entering high school sophomores in September. And so by bringing them together, it was really great, because the college students mentored the high school students, but as Matt said, they all kept each other on purpose and focused on the task. So did the group of Green is Black. Majority of them were college students entering into their sophomore, juniors, and senior years in college. Kayla, Isabel, and Emma have been interns here in the past, and Kayla came forward to me one day and said, Judy, if you don't mind, I have a recommendation I'd like to make. She said, as you go forward with this program, I think that I really like the fact that college students, there's a nice mix of college and high school students here, because we really learn and grow by listening and sharing with each other, and it's a great opportunity to mentor your peers. And I think that was an excellent point that she made. And in our success stories group,
all 3 students are high school students. And they just came together and did a phenomenal job of reaching out to individuals to interview. And I just want to mention that some of the people they interviewed, most of them were graduates of high schools in Greenburgh, and some were affiliated with Greenburgh, as you could see, through various capacities and roles. Several of the inserted pictures that you saw in their presentations came about just over the past few days. We were so fortunate to have Russell Cogan. Russell, please stand up. Russell is a college student at University of Delaware. He came forward and said, I'm majoring in media and photography, and I would love to be a part of this project to the extent that I can. He said to me, this is what I can do. So he went around and he just sat and visited with each group as they were preparing their final presentations and captured moments of them discussing how they're going to put their presentations together, and then just kind of like shadowed them for the past several days. And so he has put together a video of his visits with each group, including their presentations today, that we will all see on cable TV. And you're going to see all the PSAs. Every group for the past 6 weeks did a PSA, a 30-second PSA on their project. Guess whose idea that was? Our town supervisor. He said, I want our public to be able to move along with them, to see what they're doing, to see what they're learning. And so, over the next several months, you're going to see the work of this summer's interns.
And some of them have been on energy efficiencies.
Yes,
Sustainability.
they've all included in their projects a component of energy conservation. So you will see that as well.
Terrific. So I think they did a great job. And
yes.
You did a fantastic job.
And thank you, Janelle, for putting this all together. We could not have done it without you. Let's give Janelle another applause.
You did a fantastic job, and thank you. And I really appreciate the fact that so many of the students work with us in the summer, and some of your parents are also here, and we hope you had a great experience and that you'll be great successes, and would like to follow your careers with interest.
I know Tim is not here, but I just want to mention that we also have in our audience our Crossroads interns, who Crossroads is a summer internship program sponsored by our very own Theodore DeYoung Community Center, and they have been working for the past several weeks in the town attorney's office, learning about how the town attorney's office runs and operates. So I just wanted to make sure that we've also acknowledged our interns from Crossroads.
One other thing, I mentioned some of the interns when we had the town board meeting a couple weeks ago about the gun range, and you had all the TV stations here, and people from both sides, people for the gun range, people against the gun range, speaking. They also attended the meeting, exposed them to town board meetings, how people act at town board meetings and public speaking. Yeah, so I hope you got a lot out of this summer. Thank you.
Interns, I'll see you after lunch, and go relax, have fun, come back, and we'll talk about the next steps, okay? Thank you.